Welcome to the Poor Man's Gourmet Kitchen, where we share gourmet recipes at a low-budget wonder. Now check this out.
First thing you're going to need is a tender pork roast, and this Kalua pork is awesome, and it's great for tamales. I'd also like to recommend my homemade red chili sauce, and the recipes for both of these are going to be included at the end of this video and the description below. Then you're going to want to soak your corn husks in some warm water for at least 30 minutes, and this is a very important step. Without these, you're not going to be able to take shape in your tamales. Now here I've got a couple cups of masa. Once you loosen that up, you want to drop in a little bit of baking powder and a little bit of salt to give it some flavor. Just give that another quick mix. Then you want to drop in a cube of butter or some lard in the equal amount. Then once your mixture's all put together, you can go ahead and start the next step. Just slowly add a few cups of chicken broth until the consistency gets real smooth and pasty. You could mix these by hand if you don't have the mixer, but it takes about 5 times the amount of time. Either way you do it, it's important to get this texture right here. And as I press my spatula here in the masa, it reminds me of frosting. That's about the consistency you're going for. Now when it comes to the pork, I like to season it all the way through, so I like to cook the chili sauce straight into the meat. Most recipes just add a spoonful to each tamale, but I find this adds more flavor. Just reduce the sauce for about 5 minutes and you'll be good to go. Now once the corn husks are reconstituted, you want to pay attention to the size and use about 2/3 of it to spoon in your masa. Again, using a spatula, you can spread a nice even layer and just pinch off what's left over. Now you can add your pork, but it's important that you don't put too much in there. You want to make sure that you can seal it all up, but you don't want to have too little of meat either. Then just fold it in half and roll the rest of the corn husk, and then fold the end, and you're done. Now I would recommend not placing them in over the top of each other like this because they take longer to cook. If you can spread them out evenly in a circular motion, they'll cook faster. And it only takes a couple inches of water in a steam pot to cook for 2 hours. And when they're done, they'll look something like this. Now look how tender this is. And the flavor is phenomenal. And as you can see, it's got plenty of meat. Very bulky and just full of deliciousness. And there you have it. Kalua pork tamales right here in the Poor Man's Gourmet Kitchen.